These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com. Check it out.
You are watching SportsMatters TV.
Be sure to check out and support all our media partners. Sports Matters, bringing the sports home. Okay guys, welcome to Sports Matters TV. We're in the Glen Rovers Hurling and Football Club for a special exhibition. The man next to me, the World No.9 and former World Champion Shaun Murphy, is taking on Aaron Hill. It's interval time, and look, he's kindly given us 5 minutes. Shaun, first of all, the World Championships this year, it didn't go according to plan. I had money in it to win it, by the way. But obviously, look, these things happen in snooker. You'll bounce right back, won't you?
Sure. I mean, when you draw somebody like Stephen Maguire in the first round, you know, it's always going to be a tough draw. Stephen should really be in the top 16. He's one of the best players we've seen. And it's just a case of showing that just how hard snooker is, that, you know, the last couple of seasons he's fallen down the rankings where he had to qualify. And then, of course, you know, it's pot luck then, isn't it? You know, I felt I was a bit unlucky that I drew him in the first round. It was about as hard as a first round draw as I could have got. Yeah. And, of course, we've been playing each other for 30 years since we were boys. Yeah. And, you know, he gave me another good hiding.
You did. No. Obviously, snooker's a tough game. Like, your form going into that, you know, World Championships was pretty decent, wasn't it? You had a decent enough year, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, the season in general, I just started playing well coming into the World Champs, as I think, you know, a lot of the strong, big players do. Yeah. They time their run for the World Championships. I played well in the Turkish Masters, got to the semis, lost to Judd, who went on to win it. But yeah, you know, it's not been a great season for me. It wasn't a great season last year. Yeah. It was just that I got to the final of the World Champs, nearly won it. Which kind of, you know, made me see it in a different way. But if truth be told, the last couple of seasons have been pretty rubbish.
Definitely. When we know you're destined to be another world champion. Look, you've got one already in the bag. It's going to come,
Jeez,
Shaun.
I hope you're right.
You're aging well, you know. You age like a fine wine. But look, you love the game, Shaun. And look, obviously you've got more world titles in your mind. And in the future, it's going to happen, surely.
Listen, when I won the world title, I was the second youngest winner in 2005 at just 22. Yeah. You know, if you'd said, well, when you're 39, you'll have still only won one world title, I would have called you a liar. You know, at 22 years of age, I definitely thought I was going to go ahead and win more world titles. But you know, the truth of the matter, it's just not that easy. Yeah. And everyone else is so good. And it's what makes, you know, Ronnie O'Sullivan's achievement there at the weekend, winning 7 world titles in today's era. Stephen Hendry won 7 world titles, absolutely fine. Steve Davis. But of course, you're only as good as the people you're competing against. Yeah. And O'Sullivan's done it in what is arguably the strongest, best era of snooker ever. So to win 7 world titles, you know, is a fabulous achievement.
So, now what's your take on the Crucible, Shaun? There's talks that, look, did they have a little poll, a little vote? They were trying to say, look, should we move it? Should we not move it? Should it stay where it is, or should it go to a bigger venue?
Well, no one with any power has had a vote on it. Yeah. No one with any authority to move the tournament has had a vote on it. And the Crucible, the World Champs, is staying at the Crucible for at least another 5 years, contractually. If it did move, you know, I'm sure there would be strong commercial reasons as to why it would move. You know, it is our biggest tournament, and there are only 1,000 seats in the arena. You know, the World Snooker Association could sell those tickets 3, 4, 5 times over for most days. So if they did move it, you know, you could understand why. Yeah. But I think everyone who's ever played there wants it to stay there.
Definitely. No, big year ahead, right? I always say when the World Championship ends, it's like a new season, right? It pretty much is. Absolutely. Obviously, look, you're going to put in a lot of practice. We can expect big things this year, no doubt.
Yeah, well, listen, you know, as I say, I've not had a great season. You know, lots of things for me to work on in the off-season. I'm going to be doing a lot of practice. I'm going to be working on my game and trying to catch the rest of the boys up. You know, I'm down to 9 in the rankings. I was 10 going into the Worlds. I don't know how I've gone to 9, but I have. Career best is 3. I'd still love to one day try and get to the top, but I have a long, long way to go. I've got a long way to catch up, you know, your O'Sullivans and Trumps and Selvys. But I'm going to keep trying. I've always been a trier. Yeah. I always give my best. Always try and put on a good show for the crowd. And who knows, this season might be my season.
Hopefully. And last of all, Shaun, look, maybe I shouldn't say, but look, we know you live in Ireland, right? That's something that I found out a couple of years ago through Daryl. Great guy. But look, obviously you love life in Ireland. We're lucky enough to have you. Are you going to stay? Is this something that you have a long-term goal, obviously, to stay in Ireland?
I love it in Ireland. You know, I love being here. I've got children here, and you know, they're absolutely firmly entrenched here. They love it here. My son was born in England, and my daughter was born here in Dublin and Holles Street. You know, it's funny now watching my children grow up. My little boy's got a lovely little Irish accent. Obviously, Molly's got the full Irish accent going on. All of those things are lovely. The family connection here, my family are from Kildare, my mum's family are from the north side of Dublin, they're in Donabate. So the family connections go all the way back, to not very long ago. And so I've got great grandparents and other relatives buried out there in Kilcock, out near Goffs. So the family connection to Ireland is very, very strong, and I love it.
Shaun, epic as always, and look, enjoy the night. Thank you for your time. We
Cheers.
appreciate it. Thanks a million.
Thanks.
Be sure to check out and support all our media partners. Sports Matters, bringing the sports home.